Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Great Vocal Majority Podcast, your source for the conservative view on American politics and culture, and where the issues are discussed with goodwill, candor, and intelligence. And now, here's your host, Tony Cottaspati.
Thanks, Duke. This is Tony Cottaspati and the Great Vocal Majority Podcast, volume number 70, entitled Pelosi and the CBC, the Congressional Black Caucus. Different polls have shown on different occasions an unmistakable trend. Black voters are beginning to show signs of leaving the Democrat Party. During the 2016 campaign, the Quinnipiac Poll showed Trump with just 1% of black voters supporting him. Now, that was well within the margin of error. So, according to Quinnipiac, Trump's support among blacks could actually have been zero. Hard to believe, but that's really what their poll showed. Since becoming president, however, Trump's approval among blacks has steadily increased across several different polling organizations. And most recently, the NAACP funded a poll and found 29% of blacks approving of Trump's performance in office. Other polls since then have shown Trump's approval among blacks to be anywhere between 35 and 38%. Now, it's been a very long time since any Republican had approval numbers like that among blacks. So what could account for this turnaround, especially since the media and Democrats have really spared Trump no quarter at all and have accused him of being racist over and over and over? There are tangible reasons why Trump's approval is going up among blacks. First off, the decline in black unemployment. Now, when Barack Obama entered office in January of 2009, black unemployment stood at about 12.7%. When he left office in January of 2017, it had declined significantly, as had the unemployment rate around the country, to 7.8%. Still about double what the white unemployment rate is. By October 2018, the most recent report, Trump further reduced black unemployment to 6.2%, which is very close to the historic low of 6.0%, which was achieved in the month prior, September of 2018. The black unemployment rate under Obama reached its peak in 2011 at 16.5%. And the decline did not get into single digits until 2015, when at that time it reached a 7-year low. Over Trump's first 22 months in office, the black unemployment rate, the rate itself, actually fell 20%, going from 7.8% to 6.2%, which represents a 20% decline in the rate. Trump managed to accelerate the reduction. So how is that possible? Now, there are several possible answers, but the most likely one is that Trump's election slowed the flow of illegal immigrants into the United States. Illegal immigrants are typically low on skills and low on education. And they compete with other Americans who are low on skills and low on education for those kinds of jobs that they qualify for. And since blacks are, as a group, disproportionately lower in education and skills, fewer illegal aliens meant opportunities for jobs for low skill and low education Americans, many of whom are black, could, among other factors, account for Trump's popularity increase. I mean, after all, if you're suddenly beginning to get work when the new president is in office, when previously you couldn't, that's going to make the guy a little more popular. The Democrats have played the race card hard, and it is possibly an indication that they suspect a deterioration in black support and are resorting to this old playbook of theirs. When the Democrats play the race card as they are with Trump, despite the fact that blacks are doing better under his policies, it's a hint that they believe the polling results that show his approval is jumping. If the Democrat Party were to lose, let's say, 20 or 30% of their previously reliable black voting bloc, it would spell catastrophe for them as a party at the ballot box. It would open up districts all over the country to races that are competitive between Republicans and Democrats in districts with heavy black populations. This is a nightmare scenario for the Democrats. But we can't get carried away. Just because Trump's job approval is going up, that does not necessarily translate into votes. Votes are different. Votes are much more of a commitment. Also, votes for Republicans who are not Trump would require more of a transformation than may be currently underway. In other words, higher approval for Trump may not mean more black votes for him, at least in the same numbers as his approval is going up, and it's doubtful it would mean any more votes for the Republicans. Nevertheless, there is some kind of transformation underway right now, and it bears watching. For the Great Vocal Majority, I'm Tony Codispoti. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and this podcast, when you'll get notices when my podcast is updated, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Thanks a lot.